Hey, welcome to Luxury in Moderation, where we appreciate the finer things in life without going overboard. Today, I'm super excited to introduce the perfect work tote that I have discovered, and I wanted to share that with you. If you're new here, my name's Joanne, and every week I upload videos about luxury handbags and other luxury lifestyle products to hopefully give you some really good tips, or if you're just curious about these topics. So if you like what you hear, please remember to subscribe and hit that bell so you can join me on this luxury journey. So I love tote bags, and I have a lot of them, but I've always felt that each one of them had just a little bit of a flaw in terms of being the perfect work tote. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through all of the tote bags that I have really quickly and explain why I don't feel like they were the perfect work tote, and then we'll get into that perfect bag I want to share with you. And I'll also show you what fits inside for each of these bags. So the first bag I want to start with is my Dior Bar Bag. So I've talked about this bag before in the understated bag video, which I'll link above. But basically, this is a Dior bag. You can't really tell just by looking at it. It's just like a light blue leather all around. But when you look at the charms here, it does have the signature DIOR. And this bag would be similar to like the Prada double bag, where it's very formal looking. So I think that this is a very beautiful and elegant bag. And I think it's very appropriate for very formal work meetings. So whenever I go into the city for a really big meeting, I want to take this bag. But because it's all leather, it's very heavy. So I don't like using this every day. And another flaw is that the handle length is so short. So obviously you could hold it as a top handle, or you could do it in the crook of your arm like this, but it's just not gonna fit over anyone's shoulder comfortably. Like you can see here, it like barely fits on my shoulder, and I have pretty small arms. Obviously wouldn't fit over a winter coat. Also wouldn't be comfortable just doing this for a very long time anyways. So while I do love this bag, it's not one that I use very often. I haven't touched it for like 2 years. As for what fits inside, this is me putting my 13 or 14-inch laptop. So you can see that the bag is wide enough for me to fit it fully inside. And then we do have the cord and my mouse that I also have to bring if I'm going to be bringing my computer anywhere. And I'm just trying to find a spot for it because there's just not too many pockets in there, but the mouse seems to fit in that slip pocket. And then I have a water bottle. This varies between a thermos, but recently I've been having shakes in the morning. And now is my wallet, of course, that I do want to keep protected, so I do want to keep it in a separate pocket if I can. So it looks like it does fit in that flap pocket right there. And then we do have my Audrey Hepburn bag, which I keep all of my emergency supplies like Band-Aids, mirror. We have my hand sanitizer, which is a must-have these days, and all of my work badge office access items, so I'll just put that in the last slip pocket available. And then finally, sometimes I like to bring my lunch and just throw it in my purse instead of carrying a separate lunch box. It's just very heavy to use. So the next bag that I have used for work is my Louis Vuitton Tivoli GM bag. And again, I've spoken about this bag. I love the elegant folds that it has on the middle, on the side. It has this beautiful gold hardware. And the good thing about this bag compared to the Dior is that it is light. Because most of it is made out of canvas, once I put a laptop in it, I don't feel like I'm just like dying and carrying like weights around. But a Louis Vuitton bag might not always be appropriate for work, especially in the monogram canvas. This is a pretty loud print that kind of screams luxury brand. So definitely in some work settings, I don't feel comfortable carrying this bag. Obviously, when I worked for LVMH, it was very appropriate. I felt very comfortable carrying it around. and you can adjust the strap lengths to make it longer. So I do have it on like a longer setting so I can use it as a shoulder bag. It fits over very comfortably. But if you only wanted to use it as a top handle, you can make it shorter, and I just love the versatility of that. And the other con of this bag is that it is just kind of like a big hole. It does have 2 slip pockets on this side, 1 slip pocket on that side, so there's some organization. But other than that, you know, after I put a laptop in here, my wallet, everything else, it's just kind of all in the middle there, like clanking around and hitting each other. So that organization piece is what I feel is missing from this bag. So now I'm just going to transfer everything from the Dior tote to this bag. You can see the laptop fits very nicely. Then I have my water bottle. Now my lunchbox would go on the bottom, and then I'm going to fit in my cord for the laptop, my Audrey Hepburn bag. Maybe the cord should go on the other side because I don't want it to get anything dirty. So now maybe my wallet will go in a slip pocket to keep it a little bit protected. The hand sanitizer fits very well in that small slip pocket. And then finally the mouse will go in my other slip pocket, and the rest of my work badge things can go there as well. So in this bag you can see that there's still a lot of space left. I'm actually just going to throw a lipstick in there and maybe some sunglasses. So now when I lift it up, it's still heavy because of the laptop, but nothing that's too terrible. And it's not going to zip up like this, but maybe if I flipped over the laptop, it would close. Then moving on to my Valentino Rockstud tote. I did unbox this on my channel last year, but I have been using this bag consistently for work for about 8 months now. This bag and its structure and its layout, I would say, is the most similar to what a lot of brands offer, such as the Louis Vuitton Neverfull, the Tory Burch Perry tote, where it's just like 2 thin straps, 1 really wide body, and then kind of some organization in the middle, where like this one has a zip pocket, and then there's 2 slip pockets over here, but then otherwise it's like a really big opening, no zipper, and everything just kind of rolls around in the middle. So that is why, as you can see, I do have a bag organizer in here, and I did feel like I had to get it so that I could organize all my work items, but that was what was missing from the bag itself, right? Like, I don't really want to have to buy a bag organizer in order for me to use it. In addition to that, I also feel like I spent a little bit more than I wanted on this bag in order to use it specifically as a work tote. So I got this bag on sale and it was like $800 and something, but then with the organizer inside, it was already like $900 and something. So it was basically like $1,000 that I spent on a work bag, and that's not personally how I would like to spend my hard-earned money. So I love luxury, but I like to spend it on items that I don't really have to associate with work. Even though I got it in this gorgeous color that does make me happy, you know, I think it's beautiful. I do think it's just slightly wide. So I don't know if you can see very well here, but just in terms of proportions to my body, you can see how much it sticks out on the front and the back there. And I just feel like it's just slightly wider than it has to be, you know, like it's just very long, long and wide, and, you know, versus how tall it is. I don't know. I'm being nitpicky, but those are my thoughts. And finally, you know, even with the bag organizer, I'm able to slip my work laptop in there, but everything else is kind of in the middle. So if I have to bring my charger home, and then, you know, it's right next to my Victorine wallet. And now that I think that's why my Victorine wallet has black stains on it, I feel like the organization is still not enough to keep my items separate the way I want them. And there's really just no organizer out there that's, you know, perfect for, you know, my ideal work bag. You know, there's too many compartments in this one that I bought actually. I don't need all these pockets. I just needed one to like separate my wallet from everything else, but it just doesn't work. And also this leather is a little bit soft, where when I set it down, you can see it just kind of flops over now. The leather is wonderful quality. It's very smooth. It's very good to feel. But the reason why it flops over here is because this is where the organizer stops. So then it's hard to get in and out of if I'm, you know, trying to get something and it's just kind of closed and I have to like move around all the handles. And I think you would have that problem for a lot of the totes that are similar to this shape and size. So now transferring everything into this tote bag. The laptop fits really well right there in that long strip in the organizer. And we have my wallet, which I normally do just throw in the middle there. Obviously, there is a place for the water bottle to go and, you know, keep standing up. So that's wonderful for the organizer. And then I'd have to, again, put my lunchbox in the middle there. And then I do worry that the cord is going to mess up my wallet. So I can technically put my wallet in a slip pocket. I just don't like doing that because I feel like it flattens the wallet. Then we have my Audrey Hepburn bag in the middle. I can just throw more sunglasses in the middle there. Then we have my mouse, which can go in one of the organizer pockets. But you can see it's all just kind of in the middle there together, not super organized. This organizer has some side pockets for some clear separation organization there. And then finally I can keep the little bits of like lipstick and hand sanitizer in the little pockets. But again, they're so little, they're not that useful. And still everything is just kind of floating around in the middle and hitting each other. And finally, I have my Tory Burch tote bag here. This is one of their older styles, I think, so it's like a little bit smaller than the Perry tote. It's made out of a harder leather, and it has that zip compartment in the middle to separate out the two sides. And it has quite a few pockets for organization. So I quite like this. The only problem with this one is that it was slightly too small. It just wasn't able to fit everything. So that's why I started searching for another tote bag. So finally, transferring all my work things into this tote. The laptop can clearly go on one side. I like to have like one side is work stuff, one side is personal stuff. So my Audrey Hepburn bag would go on the other side, and then my wallet could go in the middle, even though it's probably getting squished like that. The cord would obviously go on the work side, so again, kind of squishing up against the middle compartment. The mouse fits in nicely in one of the slip pockets, and my work badge stuff, the other slip pocket. So, you know, it's very clear that side is work side. Then I can keep my hand sanitizer in one of the other slip pockets, and finally my lipstick. So in this case, you can see I can squish in a water bottle or a thermos, but it's really starting to get messed up in there, especially I worry for my wallet in the middle. I can throw sunglasses on top if I really wanted to, but that lunchbox is really not fitting well. I would never want to put it on its side like that, so it would leak. So this is why I'm saying it doesn't really have the capacity that I need it to for a work tote. So now let's get into that perfect work tote that I just fell in love with as soon as I saw it. And that would be this beauty right here. So this is the Freya Lena Tote. And Freya is a new company that I discovered on Instagram. I saw an ad for it and I absolutely fell in love with the design. How gorgeous is this? And I reached out to the owner, Jenny, who is so nice, by the way, and she very kindly sent me this bag to use and review because I just thought it was the most wonderful design and I wanted to share it all with you. So let's get into the specifics. First of all, you can see that the shape is a little bit more trapezoid. It's not like that just rectangle shape that I thought was a little bit too wide on the Valentino Rockstud tote. And actually, when it came in the mail, it was a lot more compact than I expected. So I actually expected it to be a little bit larger, but it's actually, you know, fits my body frame very well. I think it's a very good medium size for everybody. And then of course you can see that the strap length is quite long, so it would fit very comfortably as a shoulder bag for a lot of people. And it even fits, you know, over my really big winter coats. On the bottom, there is gold hardware feet. So I love that detail to help the bottom stay clean. And then you have gold accents on the side. So I think that's just a beautiful detail as well. It cinches in kind of in that middle zipper compartment there. You can see it. And this is detached at the bottom. So if you have something wider, you can still fit it at the bottom. It has the magnetic closure in the middle here. And it has this gorgeous Merlot color on the inside. So when I unboxed this, I was very surprised at how much I love this color. It's just so elegant and sophisticated. So that was a nice surprise for me. I don't feel like the colors on the website did it justice. It has 2 slip pockets. And then in the middle, it's actually card slots. There's 3 card slots. I use my work badge in this one and then another like dongle thing in the top one, but you could actually fit your cards right here if you needed. And then on the other side, it does have a key latch, or if you have like a little pochette that you wanted to keep your valuables on, it's really useful. I've used this in the past too, so I appreciate that detail. And then on this side, there's also 3 different slip pockets, quite large, so that you can even fit a sunglasses case in here. And the most impressive thing I think about this bag is that it is a vegan leather. So I'll get into the details of that and the company in a little bit. So let's just do a quick summary of how this bag compares to my previous tote bags. So I definitely think it has the grace and elegance of the Dior Bar Bag. You know, just look at how classic both of them look. Just clean lines. Look at this beautifully stitched in handle. This particular color is called Latte, which I think is a wonderful neutral. It's appropriate for any kind of work meeting, especially with the gold accents. I think that adds just a little bit more sophistication and a little bit more like expensive taste in there. So I think it's really good for that. With the vegan leather, it is quite light. It's even lighter than my LV Tivoli canvas one. So I definitely appreciate that, especially when I put in a laptop and have to travel with that. You know, it doesn't get so heavy like the Dior one. And then of course it does have the compartments that I need, that I want, and yet it's big enough to fit everything, not too small like the Tory Burch one. So here's a closer look at all of the big compartments inside. You can see each one is actually very reasonable. They're all different sizes. They can all be used for different things. Something that I forgot to mention is how supple the vegan leather is. So this Merlot interior is actually a little bit softer than the outside latte color. So I love feeling that it's so supple and soft, and it just feels very smooth. You know, you would never think that it's not real leather. The outside vegan leather is also very smooth to feel. It feels durable. I know from the website that it's very scratch resistant, and even if you draw on it on a pen, you could just wipe it off. Those are the close-ups of the feet at the bottom. So let's get into filling it up. Now, I was worried that my laptop wouldn't fit lengthwise, but pleasantly surprised it can actually fit in horizontally. Then my mouse fits into the slip pocket very nicely. The cord actually fits into that other big slip pocket, so I know it's not going to be making everything else dirty, which is great. Then, like you saw, I have my badge just stuck in one of the slots, which makes it super convenient. I'm gonna put my lunchbox, of course, on the non-work side, and then my water bottle fits in very well on that side as well. Then goes my Audrey Hepburn bag in the middle there. Then I'll throw in my lipstick and my hand sanitizer. And finally, I have my wallet, which I will put in the middle just to keep it a little bit separate. And I can even put in the sunglasses. So lots of space, lots of organized space, and still light. So really, really appreciate this design. So now that I've shown you the bag, let me tell you a little bit more about the company, Freya, that's based in New York. So Freya focuses on classic yet modern design, which I can definitely agree with on this bag. Very classic, very elegant, timeless. And they do pride themselves in the vegan leather, which I was very surprised to find out, and I loved learning about, and I love the message. So it's not the normal vegan leather that most companies use, like PVC or polyurethane, which is still plastic based, which is what I want to get away from. You know, I don't want to add any more plastic to the earth because there's just kind of too much plastic pollution already. So what this vegan leather is made out of is ultra fiber, which is a layering of resin over microfiber. So that's also why it is very light and cruelty-free. So this kind of ultra fiber is also known for its durability. It's been used on like airplane seats and anywhere that needs to be used for a very long time, like 10 years. And Freya is definitely a smaller company at the moment. They only do small batch runs of their bags, which means that you get that attention to care and detail. So Jenny, the owner, actually inspects every single bag before she packs it up and ships it out. And I definitely saw that when I did my unboxing and she wrote me a beautiful note. And that's the kind of quality and service that I expect from a luxury company. So the small batch operations also means that she doesn't waste as much. So she's really conscious about not wasting any materials. And the best part is the Linnea Tote is only $278, which is far less than what you would expect from such a beautifully designed, durable, and well thought out tote bag, right? Like I was saying, when I bought the Valentino Rockstud tote, I did feel like it was too much to spend on something that I'm really only going to bring to work. Like honestly, when I think about my work bags, I don't feel like bringing them out on the weekends. You know, I want to bring out some of my funner pieces like a Chanel classic or something like that. So I definitely appreciate having that more affordable, lower price point. And for my viewers, I also have a discount code for you guys. So this is my very first discount code for Luxury in Moderation. Thank you, Jenny, for your generosity in offering this $30 off any product on their website. So they do have a few other styles other than the Lena tote. They also have a shoulder bag. They also have a bigger tote bag if that's what you like. So the code is LIM for Luxury in Moderation 30, and I will leave that in the description bar along with their website. So you can go check out their story. It's an amazing company that I think is worthy of support that I wanted to share with you guys. You know, not only is it a wonderful product, but they make it with the environment in mind. They make it with our needs in mind so that it can accomplish, you know, what we need it to do. And I couldn't wait to share it with you all. They do have the Lena tote in other colors, although I think it's sold out right now. Like they have a darker cappuccino color, but like I mentioned, because everything is ordered in small batches, they will get it back in stock. So all you need to do is like email Jenny and let her know you would like that color. So I hope that by sharing Freya with you guys. It'll help you find that perfect bag you need when you're ready to go back into the office or just fulfill your needs for your everyday life. Let me know your thoughts below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit that bell so you can see more helpful content like this on my channel every week. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!